Anyway, big shouts to my boss Bismark The Joke, even though he said he's not going to do it, but it'd be like for book camp special one, so say me I'll go have one-on-one next time. Yeah, because I feel say in there get more story than more advice you go fish here at the end of the day. So first of all, good afternoon, boss man.
Good afternoon, Blagogee, Charlie. What's up?
I did.
It's been ages, Charlie.
Yeah, I know.
We started way back and we are here today, Charlie.
Yeah, glory be to God.
Yeah.
General, you do have people they ask say they won't know the name Jeneral Ntatia because all your social media platform, maybe Jeneral Ntatia way, everybody knows say they call you.
Yeah.
So what be the General real name?
Oh, General real name be Prince Amwabi. That be the real name.
Are you related to the UT bank?
Be coded location.
But you are not related to the UT man.
It's a secret something. So no man, I don't talk about it. So I want to hide it. I don't want to talk about it because eyes are everywhere. They'll be watching you from every corner. So let's hide it. I won't keep things on a low, Charlie.
Okay, Charlie. So this 2020, we were hit by coronavirus. Charlie, it make a whole lot of things came on a hot. For your side, how will you describe the year 2020 for yourself?
Well, I think there's one thing that has always been with me. I don't really look at the negative side of things when it happens. I always want to derive something positive from whatever that happens. So I think that 2020 has been good. It's also a year that the Lord has created. You can't say that because of Corona was a bad year or it wasn't good or that. I think that it's a fruitful year. All you have to do is to position yourself well. Look at the brighter picture of it. Look at what you can turn your life with, because I would say that there has been some positive from COVID-19 from the year 2020. Even though we have COVID-19, people have been creative. You see the youth, some creating this water pump that you can use to wash your hands. People are now doing more online business when it comes to the theater arts. We are doing virtual shows. People are doing virtual comedy, and all that. People are doing virtual premiere. So it's a way. I think the world is getting to another level, and we have to position ourselves, whether we like it or not. It's even in the Bible. We're going to get to this level, and more things are going to come that will hit us more, even than this. It's not like I'm a prophet, but that is what it's going to be. So we have to position ourselves and get ready.
So when I mean, you were there and then you realized that Charlie, finally COVID was in Ghana, because by then we didn't hear anything like COVID was in Ghana and other things. But finally, when we all were in this land and then the president addressed us that we've recorded the first 5 cases or first 10 cases, I stand to be corrected though, and all of a sudden we realized that Charlie, finally COVID is here, and then we went on a lockdown. Charlie, lockdown, who they say?
So the about say Edruha. When the news came, I was like Edruha, and Edruha when I heard the news, I was like, wow, finally we are here. Are we prepared to face it? Are we ready to face COVID? It's when it comes to the our health system. Do we have better equipment? Are we well equipped to fight COVID-19? But I think Ebenezer, this is how far the Lord has brought us. We went through it, and then I think our leaders didn't do bad. They tried their best to make sure that things get on their toes, and it was beautiful. I would say for the first time I saw the government and the opposition also forming their own committee and health, and it was beautiful. I think that thing alone shows how beautiful we are, how democracy has brought us. So they went, I don't know, but I learned they went to meet with the president and all that to share ideas, to see how best. And I think we are getting to the level that we have to throw political parties aside and then merge together and see how best we can make our country better. So
I don't want to go there, but it be like you push me go there.
Oh, go anywhere.
But
go anywhere.
I want to look at it. So far, the theater act. This year, like by this time December here, we'll know that. By now you guys are busy.
Charlie, I have missed the stage. The stage is my life. And when I'm on the stage, even when I'm sick and I have a performance, I get the strength to do it because I feel that I breathe the stage. And you don't get to be on the stage, you don't get to perform for your live audience, for them to be happy and all that. It's a big blow. But like I said, we've found some alternatives that now when even COVID is over, or when we have the vaccine, and now I learned we even have the vaccine now. It's a way, like now we can even do virtual shows. We don't have to wait and go to the auditorium for people to enjoy theater. There's another way that we can still perform for our people outside. We have a lot of Ghanaians, we have a lot of fans outside that they want to see what we do at the National Theatre or the auditorium, but then they don't get the access, they don't get the chance because they are busy somewhere, in other worlds, also building their life. So it's a way to also create ourselves and position ourselves to do a performance that people across the globe can also watch what we do here. So
tell me something about your support production. How was it created in the first place?
I met Nyasapo when I went to the University of Ghana.
Okay.
So in a way, I would say that Clemento Suarez discovered Jeneral Ntatia. Okay. When I went, they already had the group, Nyasapo Productions, and then they were doing their own productions and all that. So they were rehearsing and we were there. And then Clemento was like, Charlie, we do something that we call Talento Expo. Level 100, when you enter performing arts, you do a performance to showcase your talent and what you can do. I didn't want to do acting. I wanted to do sound or makeup or costume. That's what I wanted to do. But I had a friend, Dr. So. Okay. He was always eager. He had been to some acting schools and all that. So he would go for the roles, go for the audition. I was like, what is audition? That was the first time I even heard audition. I didn't have any interest on. I had a different passion altogether. I wanted to become a journalist, so I was doing a different thing altogether. So when I went to the performing arts, people were giving him roles, and I was working with him all the time. So they were like, and I said, play role. They were down from me. So they give him script and they give me one. Through Talento Expo, I met Clemento, Foster Romano, Daniel DeLong, Limbs, and a host of other guys, and then they started giving us the chance. So we're following them small. When they perform, at least we'll get waka pass. Yes, and then gradually, you just have to be humble. We followed, we learned, and we are here today.
So you wanted to be a journalist. So why not Ghana Institute of Journalism, AUCC? But you landed in the University of Ghana.
That's what when God wants to do something, you don't understand Him, but then at the long run, He positions you at the place that He feels that you can do well there. And I believe that you have to do things that you are happy with. Okay. If you are doing a job and you are not happy when you wake up in the morning, you don't have that excitement to go quit. Find something that even if when you have hypertension, you can die because the pressure and everything, going up, you can do early in the morning. But when you love what you are doing, the passion is there, you wake up and then you are always happy to go to work because, Charlie, this is what you love.
So was it that your first passion was journalism?
I think my passion, I didn't know my passion by then. Okay. I had not discovered it. But after performing that, I knew this is what I wanted to do. And my friends were shocked because I was a quiet type, very shy. And then this is the guy who finds himself in the performing, arts, and can he be able to do it? But my father was the type that will always equip you and push you to do the things that when my dad is the type that when you are comfortable, he will push you to another level because he wouldn't want you to stay where you are. So it has been something that has always been with me. I don't see anything as a challenge. I see anything that I face as an opportunity for me to better myself. Okay. And I love it when I do something and people bash me. Okay. I would want to go back and come and prove you wrong. I don't stay where I am. I don't go and say that Charlie go for no I will go and come back again and I'll come and prove you wrong.
Are we going to have Nyasapo production coming together this year to have a theater act?
Yes.
Or something?
For now, I think the year has almost ended. What we are looking at is to do a free show, to open, after the National Theatre has been, open and all that. We want to do a free show for our audience. Wow. We've stayed, lockdown, corona pressure, job pressure, how to, go about things and all that. So Nyasapo Production is looking at a free show for their lovely audience to come and, enjoy, themselves after COVID and everything has been lifted and then we have access to the theatre again.
Charlie, COVID streets, restriction in terms of, audience. And looking at you guys, your numbers, how are you guys going to do it? Because, Charlie, still, even though some believe that there is no COVID, but still, we are still recording, each and every day new cases. Yeah. So how is that going to be? Looking at, the magnitude of you guys, your numbers that patronize, what you guys serve today?
It's going to be a challenge, though, because the National Theatre has like 1,500 capacity. Yeah. And this time around, because we want to observe the COVID protocols and all that, we're going to do 700 people. But then we are still in talks to see with the National Theatre to see if we can do 2 shows that we can take more people. Let's say 700, 2 shows, so 7, and then we'll try it. Those who get the access, they will enjoy. Those who don't, we will try and see if we can do what we did. No, we'll try and see if we can project video what we did and then put it on social media as well for them to also have a feel of what we did. But then we're going to make sure we go strictly by the COVID protocols. We will not take more numbers. We'll make sure that we will observe the distance and all that. Wash your hands, wear your nose mask before you enter. And then don't go and laugh and sneeze on someone.
I think you guys started something on Joy Prime, which I normally watch. Is it political something?
The boardroom.
The boardroom,
yeah.
The boardroom.
Yeah.
It's equally on the YouTube channel as well. Yeah. But I mean, one will also ask that. I mean, your stage play and other things are not on. I mean, those channels as well. Mm-hmm. Is there any reason behind that?
Yeah, there's a very good reason. When you have a stage play or when you have everything filmed, you can't just put it on social media because you've not exhausted the product. We want to have a tour. We want to show it to the people in the northern region. Go to Kumasi, go to Sunyani, do Takrady and all that. So when you put it on social media outright, then the people and the stage production is what it is, like what has been recorded. So you put it there and then you've lost everything. When you have a production, you have to make good money from it before you can finally put it out there. That's how come most of our productions are not out there. But we have videos of them, and at the right time, we're going to put them out. At the right time, yeah.
At the right time?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the controversial issue that's surrounding on social media and the trending news. All of a sudden, we woke up one morning, anyone who said Jeneral Ntatia is now a member for Ayawaso West Wuogon. I'm saying a member for I'm saying a member for Ayawaso West Wuogon because we realized that, you vouched for Madam Lydia Alhassan.
Okay.
But before then, if somebody poached you, okay, so let me put it this: were you poached?
No, never.
You weren't.
I cannot be poached to support a political party. What I did, I was looking at the future for the youth.
Okay.
Because my father was the type that will always push you to go to school. He's the type that he will be in town and then he will come and say, Charlie, I bought this form, go to this computer school and go and learn. I bought this form, go here. Before I entered university, I've done a lot of short courses. I love school. You understand? And something that will give opportunity for people to go to school. Blagogee, if you've been to school and you've been sacked school fees before, I'm very passionate about this one. Yeah. You will feel that, Charlie, it's not easy. I was fortunate that my dad was in good position. Yeah. I remember secondary school days, he will pay all my fees from and all that, and then he'll come and sack, and then you get those days it will always be left with me and one a Muslim lady.
Okay. So you don't join those people.
Samira. No. Like they will go home and sometimes exams they have to sack people, sometimes car will knock people and all that. So when this thing came, I was like, this is a good initiative. I have voted for NDC before. Atamils, I voted for Atamils. I loved him, so I felt that he had initiative. When I looked at, I'm not an MPP member.
Okay.
I don't have their card. I have supported PPP before. Papa, when he came, I loved his ideologies and initiative that he brought, and I felt that this free SHS is something that will benefit. Just look at how our country will become in the next 20 years when a lot of the youth has been to, at least they've gotten SHS education. They will have the mentality will change, because now if you're looking at the people who have not been to school, it's more than people who have been to school in Ghana. Yeah. And I'm looking at the future where even someone who's selling at the marketplace can speak good English. And that's what we are building, and that's what we are looking. So when I saw the initiative, I was like, this is something worth supporting. And that is why I supported. So I supported an initiative, but I didn't support a political party.
Was the initiative, at the end of the day, did it pay you off?
I feel that what I did, I am happy about it, because it has paid off. It's going to pay off at the end of the day. We are the same people that if it doesn't go well, we'll come back and talk about it. And this is what I'm looking at, and I'm like, oh, this is good. Let's push it hard and make sure that we get to where we want to go to. So in the next 4 years or next 4 years, if it doesn't go well, we'll come back and talk about it.
Now, looking at, I mean, you went in for the parliamentary seat to vouch for Lydia Alhassan, and looking at, the New Patriotic Party, coming from where the field you are in as a theatric person.
Okay.
At the end of the day, they promised to put up new, theaters and other things, which at the end of the day, they were not able to fulfill that promise. Even though they were able, kudos to them, they were able, their political party, they were able to initiate the free SHS. But at the end of the day, where you are coming from as a theater person, your theaters were not built. What happened?
Should we say the theaters were not built? I will say that I've always been an advocate for it. I feel that the 4 years that we give the political parties is very short, frankly, because if and even if we are looking at it, then it's even important that we even add 4 years and see what you can do. Because if after the 4 years it doesn't do what we are looking for, then we come back and say that, hey, we gave you good 8 years and you couldn't do anything. So I think the 4 years is too short a time for political parties to do the promises that they give. It will be very, very difficult for them to do all the things in 4 years. Just look at this free SHS alone. Look at the number of kids who are in school. Look at this one district, one factory, and all that. I am not holding the brief for like I said, I'm not an MPP member, but I love the initiative, especially with the free SHS.
Okay.
I'm not holding the brief for them, but I think that if more time is given to them, we hope that they do what they want to do. And look at this this initiative that we had. How do you call it? The white people coming. The year of return.
Yeah.
A very beautiful initiative. We had a lot of top stars coming to Ghana. I felt that we didn't take good advantage of it. By this time, some of the big actors in Ghana should be doing exchange programs. Taking opportunities to also go there and maybe be star in their movies and all that. We rather look at things that are political that will not sell us, that things that are good and bring good things to us. That's the nation that we are in now. We love politics too much, and it's killing us. I don't see anything wrong when somebody wakes up and say, I support this political party, and that's what I have been fighting for. See, it's so beautiful to wake up and say, I'm supporting NDC because of this, as a celebrity. I don't see myself as a celebrity. I see myself as a young, humble man who loves to put smiles on the faces of people. I'm not a celebrity, I always say. But a lot of celebrities are scared. Look at what we did. We went to Ayawaso, and even that, we didn't go to say that, we are supporting Lydia or we are ignoring our brother. Okay. It was a beautiful thing. We're even in Nanaro's t-shirts.
Okay.
And then when the Lydia was there, we took a picture with her, and then it was all over. So they've gone to support Lydia. They've gone to support Lydia. But it wasn't the case. I don't even vote at Ayawaso. I don't even have my vote at Ayawaso. So what is the big deal? So are we saying that as an industry player, if two people are competing, and the other person is not an industry player,
okay,
we should reject them because they are not part of us? Then that means we are building a nation where a lawyer is standing for a political party, all lawyers must vote for them. We are building a nation when a teacher is standing for a political party, all teachers must vote. Is that where we want to go to? Is that the country that we want to build? Let's be open-minded. Let's support ideas. Let's support things that we feel that will be good. If John had won, I would have been one of the happiest person. I always said that the best candidate should win. You understand? If John had invited us, we would have gone to stand with him and take pictures with him. It's not a crime. I'm a free-minded person. Like I said, I'm not always restricted to one point. I always open my mind. I always want to welcome new things and all that. So it's not a big deal. And even at the end of the day, most of the celebrities now got the courage. And they were like, I stand with John. They went to campaign with him. And that is where we want to look at. Celebrities should not be scared. It's a political party that you've endorsed. You didn't commit a crime. We are building a future where we always want to let things be, and then we create fear. Can't we start something right now that when elections are coming, we don't even have to put fear and say, you see, we've put in so much fear in us that if you support MPP, you are scared to come. If you support NDC, you are scared to come. And people are always eager and ready to come and insult. Somebody thinks of an idea. In fact, one of the things that even pushed me, my last brother.
Okay.
I've lost both parents, so I was going to pay school fees. He had Laboni Secondary School.
Okay.
It went from Form 1 to Form 3 free. I had one guy who is at Bukom, is staying with the mother in an uncompleted building, and the guy is very brilliant, science student. He went to Accra Academy free. I was always looking at the ways that I can support after he completed, and then this free SHS came and he enjoyed it. So this is so beautiful, and I think that we shouldn't let anything restrict us from supporting what we believe that is good. You understand? That's what I was telling people. I had other friends who were also in NDC, who supporting NDC and all that. They are not NDC members, and we shared ideas. It was so beautiful. We even go out, we eat, and we talk. Oh, Charlie, I did wait there. Yeah, we better fine. Oh, we did. That is the beauty of democracy. We have to stop cutting the politics of insults and attacks. It is not necessary. It's like supporting Accra House of Wales and me supporting Kotoko. Why don't we fight and throw words at each other? But when it comes to political parties, we fight. Are we serious as people? Like, it's sad.
Take us to London Bridge when you yourself, Bismark The Joke, and then Kalybos and I think Prince David Osei. What happened there?
Yes, so we have been looking at opportunities to support, society. What we can do, come out with movies that break the norms. So we're doing a research. It was even an old picture. We're doing a research, and we landed there to take pictures and see how best we can associate ourselves with the people, because we sat down one day. We're like, people see us from far. Somebody will sit back and think Prince David Osei is not a sociable person. Bismark The Joke might be very strict when it comes to meeting his fans and all that. So right now, why not? People have moved to you all these years, enjoy your movies. Now, why don't you have access to them and move to them? Okay. If you watch me on my social media, if you've been following me, you see that I reply everyone who writes, who comment on my this thing, because I believe that if not for them, I would have been nobody. So it's just the name, it's just the favor that we have. So we don't have to restrict ourselves. We're just looking at the opportunity to get close to the people, socialize with them, and then give them the hope that it is possible. Whether you are in the slums, whether you are in the good areas and all that, it is possible. You can swim and fight your way to the top. So
is it not because of political campaigns?
No. If it was because of political, you see us in party t-shirt, and it was even way before. Okay. How many weeks did we even come out to say that we are endorsing MPP? Just like I think 2-3 weeks to the elections. All those times we're not even doing it. We're not even supporting any political party. We're just minding our business. But eventually we saw that this is a good thing, and then we supported.
So in the theater field, who would you say is okay, let's say in the acting field, both on stage and also on the screens, who will you say okay, this person is my best friend and that person is my best friend?
Jeneral Ntatia doesn't have a particular person. I don't select. Okay. I feel that if you watch me, I meet people and say Minya, it is Minya. I call everybody Minya. If you like me, I love you. If you don't like me, I still love you.
Because why I'm asking this, because I feel like it got to a point people really attacked you on your social media. You vouching for Lydia. Yeah. And at the end of the day,
let's correct the thing. Okay. I didn't vouch for Lydia.
Okay.
She's also a human being, contesting for a political party, and then I'm supporting that political party's ideologies. And then she's doing her campaign outside, and then went there to supporting the campaign that she's doing. Doesn't mean that I've supported her and given her the go ahead to win. Are you confused?
No, because at the end of the day, one will also ask you that, okay, so you're going there to support. At least you are also telling the people around there that they should go and vouch for. Let
me ask you this.
Okay.
Donald Trump.
Okay.
People are attacking. He's been using words and all that. Does it mean you will not travel to America again? Because if you travel to America, that means you love America, and he is now putting up the policies, and you go to America. So definitely you love him. You understand? Yeah. Taking a picture with you doesn't mean that I've given you
the opportunity,
all my support and all that. That's why I said if John had invited us, we would have gone.
But do you know celebrity?
She invited us.
Okay, so do you know celebrity influence also equally play part in the political space as well?
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, so when one sees you and Bismark The Joke, Kalybos and Prince David Osei and actress Bibi Bright, gunning for Lydia to retain her seat back, it feels like you guys have created an impact in the people.
Then it's to her advantage. So John should have also invited us, and to be to his advantage.
Oh, so you guys were not invited?
As she invited us. I'm saying that if John had also invited us, we would have gone. We'll still wear our Nana Akufo-Addo t-shirt and go and meet him. It's not anything difficult.
But this is your vibe there. You still wear your Nana Akufo-Addo. So meaning already you guys were poached long time.
It's not poached. Nobody has poached anyone. That's why I'm saying that people sit in their homes. Hey, Charlie, they've gone for money. See, my brother, if I sit here and tell you I've taken a kobo, a peswa, I'm a liar. You see, MPP is not the type. I don't know of NDC, but I think political parties will not lift money and give it to you. And even I see myself that even if anything at all, I've not gotten to the level that MPP will lift money and say, Jeneral Ntatia, you never campaign. No, I did it from my own heart, from my free will. Nothing from anybody.
You vouching for, okay, not you said I shouldn't say vouching, but you like the ideas and the policies of the New Patriotic Party. But so are you telling me that the National Democratic Congress, you didn't like their idea?
I said I love,
because they had the Okada agenda as well. No, okay, not only Okada.
No. Fine. They also see, that's what I'm saying, that it's like doing selections.
Okay.
You can go somewhere and people are selecting things. What you select might not be what I select. That doesn't make us enemies. You understand?
True.
So they had their policies. I listened to the policies. I felt that this is what I loved. It doesn't mean that their policy is bad. Very brilliant policies that can also come and help the nation. But I felt that at this particular moment, the free SHS has been started by a particular person.
Okay.
He should end it and tighten it well in the next 4 years.
Right.
Let's see how he's going to do in the next 4 years, how he's going to position them, how he's going to be able to create more jobs for the... In fact, I wrote something that I lifted my finger. I said, this finger that I've lifted is for the youth. If like I'm somebody that is complacent and I said, oh, BBI, I wouldn't have written that. But I'm looking at, because I heard and I saw a lot of one district, one factory. They are there. A lot of them have been started. So let's give him the opportunity to finish what he has started. And that's what I felt. You understand? Somebody also feel that, your mama has the Okada agenda, he has this, that, a lot of things, like, free university, tertiary entry and all that for level 100. Very beautiful. So somebody will also support. It doesn't mean that when you are supporting, I'm also supporting this, it makes us enemy. It's all together makes Ghana beautiful. At the end of the day, I've been praying for a day that a particular political party will come up with agendas. The youth and the people in this country will weigh the two agendas and force it on them. Like this particular one is something that is good. Whether you win or you lose, it has to be part of. For some years back, when I had a white friend, and the time that Nanado lost, I think 8 years ago, I was not in town, so I didn't vote. And then he was like, somebody is saying free SHS, and someone is saying it's not possible. How come the one that is saying it's not possible won? But God does everything at the right time. When President Mahama won, he came and then he started the progressive one. Beautiful. Maybe it was through the progressive one that the MPP also saw that now it has been started progressively. So when we also come, then it's the time for us to do the free SHS. Maybe if he had come at the time that he said he wanted to come, he wouldn't have been able to do it. You understand? So everything works. At the end of the day, we are all looking at the progress of this nation. We are looking at how Ghana will go forward. It doesn't make us enemies. It doesn't change our names. And you see people fighting and throwing stones and throwing words and not. It will not change anything. It will not help our nation. What we have to do is to come together after every election, merge the two political parties. I always say that the winner takes all idea is not even good. Can we have a country where the opposition party has some members who have good ideas, and the one who wins, merge them into his cabinet, and then together we build nation. At the end of the day, MPP, NDC, what are we looking for? They are looking for the way to build Ghana. So if they are looking for the ways to build Ghana, why do we even stress ourselves to insult ourselves and fight?
So Lydia had 39,000 votes at the end of the day, and John Dumelo had 37,000. Do you think it was a close margin? Very close.
John did very well. John did very, very, very well.
So
a first timer coming and fighting his way through in the first time and all that. I think he did very well.
So people, throwing shades at him on social media.
It's not necessary. It's not necessary. A young man has seen, a passion that he feels that he can become an MP to support. If it didn't go well, there's always room for an improvement. Maybe next 4 years, God can open opportunity for him to come and win. So why insult him? Why throw shades? And I wrote something immediately after I casted my vote. I told myself that all political things ceases. I am not going to talk about MPP. I'm not going to talk about NDC. At the end of the day, it is the election that we're going to build. It has been, elections are over. Let's see how best we can build our nation. So throwing shades at people, laughing, people doing cartoons to mock them, and it's not important. It's not important.
Okay, so let's look at this one. For instance, Lydia, before then she was in power. and John Dumelo started something. I mean, anytime it rains at the Ayawaso West Wuogon, I mean, houses get flooded, and you find these parliamentary members coming together to support them, NADMO and the rest. But here lies the case where John wanted to dredge a gutter, and all of a sudden she was stopped.
You see, it's not. I'm not talking in terms of only Ayawaso West Wuogon. It is something that has been with all our political leaders for a very long time. We don't solve problems, but we jump ahead of a problem to solve it. We don't solve a problem from the bottom, because what causes flood? People have built on waterways. What are the city authorities? Where were they when they were building? You understand? And frankly, this I'm not an engineer, a building engineer, to understand the reason. Maybe probably they had a reason behind it. We don't know. You understand? So probably maybe in future when we get access to talk to these authorities or not, that they will give us a better reason why it was stopped. Because we will sit home and say, oh man, I didn't know, I didn't stop, no. But maybe the approach that he was using was not the best way that to solve it for a very long time. And you see, I see the youth coming. Let's ask questions. Let's probe more and get answers to things than to a lot of people sitting home and drawing conclusions. Somebody can even sit home and cook something about you. If you don't take it, you cry and die. Yeah. So if you understand Ghanaians, that you don't even bother anymore, because let's ask questions. The city authorities. The best thing that we should be asking: how did we get there? How did the flood start? You see, and let's throw questions at the right people at the right time. But we sit down. This thing I don't even think is a news. The people that we should be attacking are the leaders, the building engineers and all that. Where were they when the buildings were being put up at the water bodies? That that is going to cause flood in the near future for somebody to descend into gutters. Must we get there before an MP or something must descend into gutters? No, we shouldn't get there. The youth must grow to ask questions at the right time. You see somebody building, the building has started. You see that it's a waterway. Go and ask the city authorities to come and stop. Do everything within your means. Recently in my area, I stopped somebody. Not me per se, but then I reported that this person is building on a waterway. It's not good. So we don't sit down for the building to put up, and then the MPs will come and drive and pass, and then we'll sit down and clap for them. Whether MPP or NDC, it is all bad. Let's make sure that we solve problems. Let's be good leaders for tomorrow. For the youth, we should be ready to take over the country for tomorrow progress. So let's ask questions at the right time. Let's not wait and then an MP, somebody looking for a position, will jump into gutter, or MP, something will happen for them to jump into gutter, and we say that we want to clap for them because they've done that. No. There are people who have the right. They were assigned to do that job, and they are not doing their job well. Let's ask them questions.
Okay, so we are here at Danny's Kane.
Yeah, Danny Kane's. Danny Kane's
clothing around Jowlu.
Yeah,
right. Jowlu. Yeah. So you guys can follow him on. You guys can follow them on social media.
Yeah, he has beautiful things like shoes
and other stuff. So, General, I mean, I don't know, but I wish we could continue, but now I guess you might be busy or you have other things to do.
So, we are pushing for other things as well.
What is that next project, or what's that upcoming project that
right now, I feel that we need a lot of education in this country when it comes to democracy and politics, and I am believing God that if we start right now, we will not even get to election years and fear will be on people. Let's do 7 days fasting. We can cease the even fasting now. Let's educate people to understand democracy. That democracy is about sharing ideas, beautiful ideas, coming together to build a nation. You understand? It's not about fighting people about people's position or stance that they've taken. It is not necessary. Whether you take stand A or I take stand B, at the end of the day, we are looking for the progress of Ghana. So why don't we all keep quiet, support your stand that you are supporting, mind your business, and see that it goes well. When it goes well, we come together at the end of the day and build Ghana. It's not necessary for us to fight.
So after EC declaring the results, why is it that still, fans of the NDC still don't agree that the result has been declared and we have, Dana retaining his seat again?
That one.
What do you think? Do you think already I can't?
I can't say Yatuaba, and they felt that it didn't go well for them. They have a very good reason for them to draw attention to it that this thing didn't go well. and we have our court of laws that they are ready to settle. Like it happened to Nana Akufo-Addo some years back. He went to court, and I feel that the right means must be used to address the issue. If evidences are there, it doesn't stop them. I think they have a good cause to raise alarms, because if they feel that some of the votes didn't go well and all that, and they feel that they've been cheated or something, they have the good cause to raise alarms.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. We've broken the COVID-19 protocol. COVID is ashamed.